Okay, I got the axles, leaf springs, and shocks mounted. Did a little bit of touch up on the frame. I'm missing some brake parts to finish up the front brakes. And then once I get the front brakes on, I've got my wheels all ready to go. Need to mount some tires on there, and I'll have a rolling chassis. And I think I'm going to start working on the transmission and transfer case now. Okay, this is how I do it. I get a little baby powder, put it in there, just so nothing gets hung up on there. I don't know if this is right or wrong, but this is the way I was taught. Then we're gonna push the back on first. Get a little soap on the outside. And then we'll work it on. It's about halfway on now, but I get the one side down into the groove, and then with my tire iron, just work all the edges into the groove. Okay, now that I have the one side in, it's time to fish the, I got the one side all the way on. It's time to fish the inner tube in. I like to put a little stem wrench on there so I don't lose it. So I got the inner tube all stuffed in, got the stem caught. Now I just have to push the second half on. Okay, now I got the second half on. Just need to put some air in it. Okay, two tires down, and we got 2 to go. A little bit pitted on one side, but they'll be fine. These are tube tires, so we'll go ahead and mount these last 2. Okay, Dave and Paul just installed this winch so that we could pull up transmissions, axles, and stuff up on the workbench. It'll be perfect.
And the workbench rolls out.
And the workbench rolls out. So that'll be cool. And then I made a little sign that everybody ignores. Clean area, no grinding. Okay, I got the steering box all tore down. So far it looks pretty good actually, other than being really greasy. But I'll check the bearings and the bushings and put new seals, clean everything up, and put it back together. Got the T90 all taken apart, cleaned up. I've got some parts ordered. This is the gear set to make it a T90C. So that's ready to go in. I've got my steering box all torn apart and cleaned up, and I'm waiting for some parts on that. I've got my exhaust manifold set up. I'm going to take it down to the machine shop and have the surfaces surfaced. Got my motor all cleaned up and put a new thermostat and housing, put on a water pump, put on a oil-filled dipstick. So I just painted that, and then once I'm ready to go, I can put the distributor and all the accessories on it. Little deer family in the hayfield. Well, I got the alternator on, oil filter, distributor, plugs, wires, crossover tube, fan blade, getting there. Okay, got my main shaft assembled. I'm getting ready to put the cluster gear together. Got the needle bearings all set up and the spacers and washers all set up. Okay, got my T90C all squared away. That's all put together. I've got a large hole Dana 18 or Dana 20 case, and I'm going to start configuring that for a Dana 18 with the Terra Low. So that's the next thing we're going to be working on. Okay, since this was a Dana 20 case and I'm configuring it for a Dana 18, I had to drill and tap a hole here, and then I'm going to have to plug this. This is the fill hole for the Dana 20, and this is where the fill hole would be for the Dana 18. So I just drilled and tapped that. Okay, I got my Terra Low gears in. Everything seems to be working good. I still need to put my end cap on, rear cap on, and the oil pan, and finish it up.